Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to our apostles / elders, which are GMS, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. As you see what the title is, it's Geostorm. I wanted to put examining with a spiritual eye, but I didn't want to make it too long. You know what I'm saying? To those who haven't seen the movie, it's just go see it anyway, but, it wasn't. It's a movie to watch. It's a movie to watch. But I just wanted to go into a few things that I've seen within the movie and within the scriptures. And, of course, we have to, we're going to start out with Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." And so in this movie, this is exactly what was going on. The Lord was visiting the earth in Esau's roundabout indirect way of showing you that the Most High was visiting the earth, and they call these natural storms they call it, at that point they didn't call it geostorm. It was like the earth warming thing, and this is people just freezing or and the storms were out of control basically. But according to the scriptures, that's the visitation of the Lord. Now we know that I believe in Romans it says that the Lord shall visit and smite America with all the plagues as he smite Egypt with those very same plagues, from the darkness, the famine, and other plagues that's not even written in the book. Okay, so the movie in itself had a lot of slick points to it, and one of them that I noticed is that they created their own ionosphere. Okay, they sit upon the throne of the Most High and act as they were the Most High. They created their own ionosphere. Now, as Apostle Tahar spoke a while ago, and he's Genesis is one of the most difficult books to read. Okay, but let's see if I could. Okay, Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "And the Most High said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." That water from the waters is this realm, this atmosphere from outer space atmosphere. But there's levels, okay? And within this atmosphere, from that atmosphere, basically, they were interfering with the Most High's judgment. They were so-called interfering with the Most High's judgment by creating a fake atmosphere and using their satellites to control the weather. You know what I'm saying? This is how demonic Esau is, and that he could push that. And they even said in the movie itself, it said at the end, the guy was like, you think that you could play God with your science. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, that's what you're trying to do, huh? That's what you think you are. That's what Esau think he is. That's what these scientists and these prognosticators think they are. They think that they are the Most High, and that's ultimately what scripture I want to get into. All right, but I just want to show that they created a whole ionosphere. Then you got the HAARP system and things like that to control the weather. All right, and I'm trying to give up, just go over it as much without giving away the movie, okay? But it's like you got to, you know what I'm saying? So now let's get into the nitty gritty of the situation. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which that falling away already happened, the separation from us and the Most High." All right, "And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." That's talking about Esau, okay? And he was revealed during the Roman persecution of the so-called Christians, or the anointed, or the anointed of the ones chosen by Yahweh Shai. All right, from that time all the way up until this time, that son of perdition has been revealed. And perdition means destruction. Okay. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High. Because to be able to control so-called Mother Nature, something that's natural, you know what I'm saying? They already want to clone. They want to GMOs, weather control, and ultimately they want to do population control. They want to do population control. And through this movie, they were showing that they was exalting themselves of what it says above the stars, man. They set up upon the stars. Now the stars is twofold. Is reference to the 12 tribes of Israel, and is also referencing them to actually being in outer space among the stars. All right. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself. Yeah, they oppose the Most High, because they want to avoid the Most High's judgment or dictate the Most High's judgment. It says, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Now, didn't the scripture say, don't be amazed at the signs of heaven? But the signs of heaven is ultimately the thermonuclear missiles. But also their ability, they have that ability. They may come out and let the world know, they may not. But we do, those in the know about the HARP system. You know what I'm saying? That it exists. Okay? But at the end of the day, Esau is going around playing God. And this movie is showing that one thing is that even though he plays God, he still is blessed with the sword. They turn that thing that could create peace into a weapon still. Okay? Because it's in its nature. His blessing was a sword. It says, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Okay, the mystery of iniquity is Esau. All right, and it was already working. Only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And the person that will let is the Most High and Yahweh Shai himself. That's the only person that can let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the movie is just going over. It's just from the atmosphere. They had the atmosphere. They were sitting amongst the stars. They had all the nations among them, and they wanted to create a new system that was ran solely by the U.S. government, which is Babylon. That's the ultimate reason why they weaponized it to destroy the other nations, so they can get sole control. Because they started out with control, but basically once they fully got control of this technology, they was going to give power to all the nations. And then so one of the Edomites basically set it up to get power for himself. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately dictate the world. Now, toward the end of the movie, let's see here. Toward the end of the movie, let me see here. Toward the end of the movie, the girl made a comment, or the person made a comment, and also, Salakia, I'm horrible in multitasking. Let's see here. Just looking up the scripture real quick. All right. And so the girl made a comment, Salakia, for that delay, but the girl made a comment saying, I gotta get the scripture. I almost skipped by. But the chick made a comment saying that they fixed the problem. Esau always saves the day. They fixed the problem. He said, now we all are all together, one people, living in peace, one power, one harmony. You know what I'm saying? And we're stronger, and the machine is stronger than ever. So that reminds me of Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. It says, Edom may say, though we have have been crushed, or Salakia. I looked it up in the wrong. I'm just looking up in the Old Testament. Salakia, I can. Uh, it's clearly put Malachi. Okay, Malachi chapter 1 verse 4 says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." Because in that movie, they it was a geostorm. Shit was happening. Cities was freezing over, burning. They even had the laser of Yahweh Shai's chariot. They even had that. I believe the laser was over the White House, if I'm not mistaken. Also, man, you know what I'm saying? They even had a straight beam. They had heat. They had fire. They had hailstorms. They had tornadoes. They had waves. They had electrical storm. But they had specifically a beam of a concentrated light towering down and just dragging throughout the city. You see what I'm saying? So they're sitting there like the movie was lackluster in my opinion, but it had really key points of different situations in prophecy. Okay, so it says, "Where Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever." You can tell, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, if this is my kingdom, my people will fight for me. If you will not serve me, bring them hither and slay them before me, and he that is not with me is against me. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has his algorithm, the way he's dictating things, and what Esau always want to do. You want to do the exact opposite, but he fronts and plays like he's doing it for the greater good. You either with the Most High or you're not with the Most High. The Most High don't want everybody coming together. He never said that. He never, and I'm gonna get into that in the scriptures. Simple scriptures, simple. Even though Genesis is a complicated book here and there, in spots, but it's very simple about what he said about the Tower of Babel, man. Matter of fact, let's go and get it. Okay. Let's see here. All right, Genesis chapter 11. Genesis, I'll go 11 verse 1. It says, "And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar." All right. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. So this scripture is telling you exactly what Esau put in these movies. He's trying to come together, make one people, one language, one law, one this and one that. And before I get that, I want to get this also in the midst of it. All right. So I just had to have that set up before I move along. Okay, and they said, Go, let us build us a tower a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Now, in general, Esau loves skyscrapers. According to the scriptures, you're not supposed to build your house, over a certain amount of stories. But Esau loves skyscrapers. Now, in this movie in particular, when at the end they were saying that, we shall be one people, one tongue, one language, and we all shall come and we will be stronger. And then they showed the space shuttle blasting off, and it showed the smoke of the space shuttle. And through the spirit, I felt, I can't say I felt through the spirit, that smoke of that shuttle resembled the Tower of Babel. You know what I'm saying? As she was giving that speech, it showed them reaching unto the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Showing basically that they got control of their lives, whether they live or die, how they live. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying that they got control and the Most High don't have control. That's ultimately what Esau want to do. That's why he's going to fight him. He's going to fight Yahushua in the last days, man. All right? And people talk about the rapture. And look, man, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are going to receive salvation, right? And then the world is going to go to war with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, when Yahushua comes back, they're going to want to fight Yahushua. They're going to want to fight, and they're teaching people to fight. They got ambassadors for alien life forms, all right? So the scriptures tell you Esau is preparing. He's preparing to fight, and he's trying to get anybody and everybody on board. That's why they're so gun-ho behind the fucking flag. Like, if you disrespect the flag, disrespect the army, and that's what they're doing. They're manipulating and moving you and got you gravitating to saying, we need to fight for one. We need to be one people. All that bullshit. Yahushua coming back, can't stop them. They're eating Esau being a part of the Antichrist, and for there are many Antichrists. Antichrist just means to be against the anointed. You know what I'm saying? Christ is anointed. Anti is against. To be against the anointed. There's many of them, and Esau is one of the main provocateurs of it. Okay? To want to put out the chip, to want to make it lawful for homosexuality, to break the land Sabbath, to make a law to break the land Sabbath, to use usury, to do anything against Yahushua is the spirit of Antichrist. Okay? Just to clear the air on that. And verse 4 it says, and say, go and let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men build. It says, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. What the Lord said, they said, yeah, I'm glad. They figured it out. They came in unity. What did the Lord say? Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the city of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, which means confusion, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad from the face of all the earth. So when everybody came together, the Lord said that, hold up, y'all niggas tripping, man. Because at the end of the day, we are creatures subject unto vanity. We don't know any better. We need a God to guide us. And the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the only existing power in His Son. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have Him to guide us. Once we get the power into our own hands to manipulate weather, life, food, we're gonna start fucking shit up. And how do we know? Look at what Esau is doing, man. Okay? He got control of the fucking weather, and it's all whacked out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know when it's gonna snow, how it's gonna snow. They trying to force snow to come down, and this shit ain't coming down. It's coming down. It's cold, and it's coming down as rain. Now it's fucking sheets of ice on the road, man. You know what I'm saying? Or tornadoes is hitting and earthquakes hitting. You know what I'm saying? They may get it right, but at the end of the day, it's always fucked up, man. It's always fucked up. Just like that fucking movie, they create their own atmosphere, but it was all fucked up. It got an on and off switch to it, man. Just like Esau want to fly, he wanna have his own chariot in the clouds, but the motherfucker's dropping every other fucking day, man. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of chariots in the sky, all right, I want to get Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle," all right, because Esau, for one, America's known. Their Rome and America had the same animal for to represent them. Now it's the eagle, right? And it says, and an eagle is a proud bird, a dirty proud bird that flies higher than all the other birds. Okay, and it looks down, basically looks down on all the other birds. Basically, they fly high above all other birds. That's how America sees themselves. It says, "And though thou set thy nest among the stars," like I was watching some. It was just a little fucking raggedy ass skit off a fucking rap battle or some shit. And the guy said, "You could talk about our country, America, this and that, and you're from Russia and you think you're so smart. It sounds are so smart, but you ain't never been out of space. For one, ain't nobody passed that ionosphere. That's for one. Now for two, Esau is so-called known for only being the people to go out and build space shuttles to be able to go out into the atmosphere. All right, they haven't passed that atmosphere. They set up satellites that hover within that atmosphere, but they never passed that atmosphere. And another thing, they throw. I'm listening to the motherfucker throw out a random fact saying, yeah, you go on such and such feet and it's such below temperature. How the fuck do you know? You know what I'm saying? For one, and for two, I could have sworn when you pass the ionosphere that the sun is so hot that it'll burn your ass alive. But that's Esau's rhetoric. They'll sit there and says one thing and then sit there and says another thing with total conviction. You know what I'm saying? Which is astonishing that people believe what the fuck they say over what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna finish this. It's gonna be the last verse here. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." And they sit in their nest among the stars is, for one, talk about us, as you reference to Joseph, and it said that the stars kneel before him. We're synonymous with stars, and also them creating them space stations that hover in that atmosphere. All right, Esau is ultimately, he wants to be the Most High. Think about it, man. If your judgment is to be utterly destroyed, and you somehow get the grasp, you got the whole world in your palm, you think you're gonna sit there and say, "Well, I'm just gonna hold until the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai comes and destroy me." No, they're trying to figure out a way to counteract this. They got think tanks and all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope I ain't spoiled too much in the movie. Watch it after, watch the movie before, just be proactive with it. But I just wanted to put that out there. And I want to say, call halal to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honest our apostles / elders, which are GMS, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. Shalom.